Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sabrina and I'm back with another Excel tutorial for you. Now, if this is your first time here and you're looking to develop your Excel skills, then start now by subscribing and hitting that bell icon so that you don't miss out on any new videos. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can add an input message which will display on your drop-down fields and how you can customize the error message whenever there is an invalid entry in your drop-down list. Okay, so if you look at my spreadsheet here, you can see I've got column E, which is the food type. And when you click into the cell just below food type, you'll see it's basically a simple drop-down list. So when you click on the drop-down arrow, you get two options. So you can either select fruit or vegetable as your food type. Okay, and then in column F, we have, again, drop-down fields in this column, but this is a dependent drop-down list. So this drop-down list changes dynamically based on the value that is selected in column E. All right. So for example, if I click into this drop-down list and select fruit, when I go into my product cell and click on the drop-down list, I will only see fruit items. Okay, but if I go back to my food type now, my food type cell, and change that from fruit to vegetable, my dependent drop-down list for product changes. Okay, so if I click on the drop-down now, you'll see that my items have changed. So I can now see the vegetable items. Okay, so I've already got a simple drop-down list and a dependent drop-down list there. Now, if you missed my video on how to create a dependent drop-down list, you can click on the link at the top to watch that video on my channel. Okay, so now I'm going to be showing you how you can input a message which will be displayed on your drop-down field. So when you hover your mouse over a drop-down field or a drop-down list, you will see a message being displayed. So let's click on the food type cell there. So I'm just going to highlight all of the cells under food type. You would then go up to the data tab, and then you want to go to the data tools group and click on the data validation command. Okay, so this will open up the data validation dialog box here. All right, now you have three tabs in this window. You have settings, input message, and error alert. So to add an input message, you would of course just click on the input message tab and complete the fields below. So the first thing that you'll see is basically a tick box where it says show input message when cell is selected. So this needs to be ticked, right? If you want a message to appear when you click on a cell that has a drop-down list, all right? You can then enter a title for that message and enter the message itself, the specific message in this box here. So the title, I'm just going to put down food type. And then in the input message, this is where your specific message will go. So I'm just going to type, please choose fruit or vegetable. Okay, so you can actually put any message in there. And then once you've completed your message, you then would go and click OK. And there you go. There's the message being displayed already. So you can see that cell is selected, which has the drop-down list, and my message is being displayed as well. You can also customize the error message, which appears when somebody inputs an invalid entry in the drop-down field cell. So to do that, you would follow the same instructions. So you would go up to the Data tab. You would then go to the Data Tools group and click on the Data Validation command. So this will take you back into the same window, the Data Validation window. This time, you want to click on the Error Alert tab. Okay, and we're just going to fill in the fields here. So the first is, again, a tick box, which is currently ticked, and that is to show the error error alert after invalid data is entered. Okay, so if you want an error alert to be displayed, you want to make sure that this box is ticked. Alternatively, if you do not want an error message to be appeared, you can simply just untick this box and then click OK. All right, but we do want an error message, but we want to customize that. So to customize it, you would fill in the following fields. So one of the things you can do is you can change the style of that alert. So currently, by default, it always the style of the error alert is displayed as stop, okay, with a red cross symbol. But you can change that. So if you wanted to go with a sort of a lighter style, you can click on the drop down arrow and choose other options. So you've got an option of warning. Okay, so you can see the symbol changes. So the user will see a yellow triangle with an exclamation mark. Or you can also go for the information style. So you basically have a blue circle with the letter I in the middle of it, okay? So you can choose the style you want. So I'm just going to go for the warning style, okay? Again, you can enter a title. So I'm just going to put in invalid entry. And then you can put in a specific message in the error message field. So I'm just going to put in there, please choose a value from the drop-down list. Okay, so you can be a bit more descriptive in the error message and then click OK. All right, so let's test that now. So if I misspell, say vegetables, so I do VEG. Okay, so I've missed the L out. And then if I just click into any other cell just to save that entry, there you go. So there's my error message appeared. So that's the title, invalid entry. So you could, customize that as per your wish. And then there is my specific message. Okay. So because this is a warning sign, it gives me the ability, or the user the ability, to continue. Okay, so they can actually click yes and save that. So on a second thought, I think maybe having a stop sign is better if you don't want other users to save different entries in your cells. Okay, so if I click yes, you can see it's allowed to save the invalid entry. So if I now select this cell again and go back up to the data validation command again, and go back to my error alert, I'm just going to change the style from warning to stop. Okay, I'm not going to change the title or the error message, that's fine. And then you would click OK. Okay, let's just try again. So let's just put an invalid entry in there. Vegetables, so I'll put an S at the end and then click away. There you go. So I get an invalid entry, basically an error message. So that's my title, there's my message. But can you see the difference? Because I chose the stop style, it's not going to let me go ahead and save that invalid entry. Okay, I have to retry. So if I click cancel, you can see it deletes that entry. So it's stopping me from putting in an invalid entry. So choosing your error style is very important. It determines whether you want them to be able to save invalid entries or not. Okay. All right, so that's it for this video. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please do like and share the video so that it can reach out to more people. And do consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on any new videos. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.